And as the nation grapples to secure rapid antigen tests, there are concerns multicultural households with young people, essential workers and elderly family members living under the same roof are being disproportionately affected by the lack of testing kits. Joining me now live is Youth Activating Youth Executive Director Ahmed Hassan. Ahmed, thank you so much for joining us this morning. What impact is the lack of rapid testing having on the larger households?
Good to be with you today, Danica. Look, it's been incredibly difficult to find it. A lot of families are normally crammed in households, so it's large households who are in essential work, sometimes can't access the RAT test, so that it causes that stress, and people don't know for a number of days if they're positive or not, so and then they're going out into the community and that causes more risk. But it's better if we were able to have this RAT test readily available and accessible to the most vulnerable in our communities.
And even if they are able to get their hands on a RAT test, how are they being impacted by the significant cost?
Yeah, there's just crazy price gouging going on. People are making profits off this. Certain retailers are charging amounts that sometimes will deter the person, even if the person wanted to do something right. It's just overly expensive for no absolute reason. And that's why we were asking the federal and state governments to come together to obviously put in a plan so that some of these communities some of the people that actually want to do the right thing and go out and get it, it's affordable or it's free at times. I'd push for it to be free for the most vulnerable, because it's low-income households. There is already a stress on the household because some families are still struggling with essential items such as food and other essential items in their household. So, a RAT test just makes everything much more difficult to go out and look for, but not only to purchase right now with the price gouging that's going on.
The Prime Minister will take a plan to National Cabinet today, which would see low-income earners, welfare recipients and pensioners be given funding for rapid antigen tests. Is that enough, do you think?
Well, that's a start. That's a start by our Prime Minister, and I commend that start. But again, I would have thought it's much easier to just make it available to those communities, put it in the hands of the communities. Many people have reached out to me over the break. I was off work. Just many members of the community have either sick or positive, and it's just going around like wildfire right now. And giving welfare recipients, low-income earners, and many others the opportunity to access the rapid antigen testing is a good start. And what we want to see is for it to be free for disadvantaged communities.
A lot of information overall has changed in regards to who is a close contact, when and how you should be getting tested. And for a number of these communities, English is not their first language. What has the messaging been like, and does there need to be clearer messaging from leaders to assist in getting the changes across?
I think we have been doing a lot of work on the ground. A lot of young people, a lot of families absolutely understand what needs to be done. So in terms of the messaging, I think we've established this over a number of lockdowns and a number of waves that we've come through. That messaging is absolutely critical. So we've worked on that really well on the ground, making sure that community actually knows who's a close contact, looking at the different definitions that, when the Prime Minister comes out and what the Department of Health obviously deems a close contact. So communities are very much well aware. The messaging is up to standard, I believe, right now. And we're doing really well in terms of, reaching those hard to reach people and helping them understand and overcome any barriers that they might have. Just the only problem is that you're lining up for hours to get a PCR test, and you can't get it in a day or two or three. And if you get it, it takes about 5 days to come back. The rapid antigen testing is just a game changer. It could alleviate all that pain and stress and, being in that 50-50 mindset and just making sure that communities are at ease. They need to get back to work. They're in unsecure work. They're in work that, is casual at times and can't take a number of days off and have paid leave. So it makes it all that much more difficult. That's why we're calling for it to be free and accessible. So, yeah.
Yeah, certainly very difficult times at the moment. Ahmed Hassan, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Danica.